Hello friends, it's Astro here and welcome back to the Needy Nerds prison where my needy nerds are currently living in filth. Look at how grubby this place is. Oh, hang on, before we start. 17 prisoners per day, let's do it. And these guys, well, see the problem here is, because I've put them all into free time only, none of them are getting clothing delivered, none of them are mopping the floors, and none of them are doing anything, basically. They're all just sort of floating about and doing whatever they fancy, which is fine. It's what I want them to be doing, but I want this place to be clean too. So as a result, I'm actually going to hire up a couple more, where are they, janitors. We'll take this up to 10, and I reckon that'll be sufficient to keep this place clean, and the janitors are also going to pick up clean laundry, because there's max sec guys working in here doing the washing and ironing, but the janitors will pick up clean laundry and deliver that down into these areas for these guys to use. Now, where are we today? We're at the point where we're having some problems, I think, with the number of prisoners that we have, right? These cells that are down here, while lovely, are just not enough to hold all the dudes that we have. Like, we currently have, minimum security-wise, 58 of them, and only capacity for 32. Which is causing us a bit of consternation, I think. And someone is tunneling up here. But that's okay. We can, actually, I'll tell you what, we'll just search this block. And, just give it a quick toss. See what we can find. We may as well do this one momentarily as well. Just to keep on top of the whole tunnel situation. We've got some paroles that are lighting up down here, which is pretty rad. Although, let's see. Let's see how this is going to go. Because I don't think all of these paroles are going to take place. I think we're going to get, a good portion of them, but not all of them. No, see, a bunch of them just left, which is a bit disappointing. I was hoping to see some of my prisoners at least up for parole. But sadly, that was not the case. So how are we going to contain these boys? Well, I got two options. Either one, I can extend these cells down to take up the entire block area that they were originally intended to consume, or plan B, and this is the way I'm kind of leaning, I could tear all these cells out and turn these into holding cell blocks, right? Just like this guy here, there'll just be massive holding cells that'll safely hold all of my dudes in one location. And I kind of feel like that's the way to go. We'll just cram these boys in like sardines, so that we've got enough space and we don't wind up with people. So the thing that I'm concerned about is, all right, we're going into eat time now. What I'm going to do, because I know there's 32 cells here, and then there's, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 24 beds there for these boys to sleep in. With the amount of dudes that we've got in and with the amount of dudes that are coming in per day, we're very rapidly going to get to the point where guys aren't able to sleep and they'll just be pacing around with nothing to do. And I can't have that, critically. I think that's a bad thing to have. Oh, tunnels, eh? Can't be having that, gents. Can't be having that at all. But, yes, so, I can't have people just pacing about and not sleeping, because then they'll go Burko and then they'll get escalated up to maximum security, and I don't want that. I don't critically want that. So, let's do a little experiment, and we'll do it with this block over here. We're going to turn this into a holding cell. But I'll do it after sleep time. I think that's probably a better time to do it. Doing it during sleep time seems like a bit of a rude thing to do, like tearing their beds out and turning them into holding cells. It's a bit rude. These boys probably aren't going to appreciate that too much. But in the meantime, is there anything else that needs doing? Oh, well, this can be fixed. Don't know why that wasn't hooked up in the first place. And what else? I think while I was looking off camera, I did notice that we were having some troubles up here with these boys, because when they're in the eat block, they need to, they need to fulfill their additional needs, and they won't just stroll across into the common room, right? They'll stay here in the canteen, just sitting there gormly looking at the telly. Why is there a section of floor that's different there? Is that a different room? It shouldn't be, should it? Oh, it is. Or was it just missing? I think it was just missing. That's okay. So we'll make sure that that's all dotted up. This way, after they've finished eating, they can come and pump some weights, use the shower, make a phone call, use the arcade cabinet, that sort of thing. I kind of feel like they'll probably need some more showers and stuff up here, actually. So let's do that. Let's do a quick clone of these, and then let's get some toilets. Where are we? Objects, toilets, across here. Some showers as well, and like that, and then we'll get them plumbed in just with some... Hello. Oh dear. We've had some deaths. Oh, they've killed a dog. You buggers. Hang on. Boom, boom. How are you going to deal with that? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, jerk. Gordon Bennett. Okay, that was a good one. I wonder if maybe... I know. If that's going to happen, and I'm going to lose more dogs in the future, I think maybe... the idea was to put a honeypot gap in the fence here, but I think what I should potentially do is, at the very least, get one of these in here, and we'll just pop it in the corner. That should be fine. And then we'll hire up one sniper. Just one should be sufficient for the time being. And we'll get ourselves one more dog handler, just to cover that area off and make sure that that's not going to be abandoned and not going to be neglected in any way. We've had one more death. Oh dear. Oh dear. Andrew Bailey. Off to the big house for you. Very unacceptable, young man. Very unacceptable indeed. Okay, let's get these bad boys hooked up. We don't want to waste too much time doing this. So I'll get that just like that, and then we'll get this one down and onto the big pipe like that. And that should power up those toilets and showers and things. And those boys can now, whilst they're in the canteen area, get some of their further requirements satisfied. Let's have a look at the needs of the maximum security, guys. Let's have a look. Because last time we looked very carefully at the MinSec needs. Yeah, see? Hygiene, exercise, family. So that should now be satisfied by the extra showers, exercise via the weights benches, and the phone booths will provide family needs for them, which would be good. It'll be nice. I tell you what, now that we've got this place sort of ticking along a little bit better, I wonder if it's worthwhile investigating. Well, first of all, we're going to need to check this place for tunnels momentarily, but I wonder if it's worthwhile investigating turning these outdoor areas into big yards. At least this one up here, right? Give these boys an outdoor area to play in, so that maybe they can fulfill a bit more of their freedom need, I guess. May as well. It's probably not a bad idea at all. But that can wait. That can wait until these boys wake up in half an hour and I toss their cells. I doubt they're going to make it out between now and then, but we'll let them go. We'll see. I doubt they will. I'm pretty confident that they're going to hit this fence at least and then stop there. So now that they're finished sleeping, we can search this block and see if we can find the route of these tunnels. There's probably one coming down from here and one coming down from these cells here that we'll need to dig up. But yeah. Oh. Is this starting to reach capacity as well? It's getting awfully close, isn't it? It's getting awfully close to being too small. These boys up here, they're doing okay. They're doing okay. Okay, cool. So, new prisoners are about to arrive. These guys are satisfying their needs quite nicely. There is only one arcade cabinet, and these guys are tired, probably because they were tunneling in the night, which we can double check for. And down here, yes, we have found some tunnels. Still no tunnels in this area, though, which I find interesting. I find that very strange. Search cell. Oh, you're just going to search the radio, are you? Come on. Can we try again? Let's try again. Let's search this cell. There we have it. That should do things a little bit better. And we'll get these tunnels dug up. These tunnels up here can be removed. Lovely. Okay, we're doing it. We're keeping on top of things. Oh, is there more? There is. But none in that top section there. Okay, great. So there's a couple of tunnels. A couple of people are doing the thing. Again, it's going to be because their needs are too high. But now that we've gotten everyone out and about, let's get in here. We'll slow the game down a little bit so that I can do this within time frames. And let's do our large holding cell experiment. So we're going to demolish all of the walls in here. We are going to... how am I going to do this so that it doesn't look like trash? I know what I'm going to do. Okay, here we go. We're going to get into here and remove all of these objects. And we'll replace those, shuffle them all about, and have them in a completely different layout because it's not going to work in the layout that it currently has. We'll pull all of this stuff out. There we have it. That should do the look. They're waiting outside. Guys, there's a. They were waiting outside of a door, which, oh god, come on, guys, really? There's no walls around those doors. You can just walk straight around them. Seriously. It's literally that easy. But no, you're just going to be difficult about this, aren't you? Fair enough. Oh, look, we found some more tunnels. Okay, well, we may as well patch those up while we're here. There we have it. And we'll get the rest of these objects removed. We'll get these rooms removed, right? Because these are no longer cells. I'm going to go ahead and put a large jail door at the top of this. Oh, even more tunnels. Lovely. And then let's go ahead with a holding cell. We're going to need the following objects. We will need at least a couple of benches, and we'll pop those up the top here. We're going to need at least a bunch of toilets, and we'll pop those... They should actually go at the top, shouldn't they? So they're closer to the plumbing. And they can be drain shower combos as well. Shower heads, okay. We do have... It's actually working out quite nicely, because we've got 8 of each of these. We'll just lock this door... Excuse me. Hop out of the way, guys. Okay, good. We'll just lock this door open for now, so that the guys can get in and out rather quickly. The flooring in here is showing a bunch of dirt, so we can patch that up momentarily. But for now, let's get in with a bunch of bunk beds. I could use regular beds, but I want to use bunk beds so that they have a higher capacity. 3, 4, 5, 6. And then the same down here? Sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you know what? For good measure. And then we can have a bunch of chairs dotted down like this, just so that they've got somewhere to sit when they're in their cells, because they don't like sitting. Well, I mean, we can have some benches. Well, we have to have some benches here as well. And that, my friends, should do the trick. And what we'll do is we'll prioritize this entire area and make sure that this gets done quickly. And hopefully that should sort things out. And these boys will have, more space. And based on what we've seen in this holding cell, I'm pretty certain that that these boys don't then try to get out. Like, they don't try and tunnel out via these toilets. So, a little bit cheaty? Yeah, sure. But, will it help? Oh boy, it will. Okay, let's get these guys hooked up to here and this hooked up to here. There's a bunch of old plumbing, which is a bit of a shame. But, I think that should do the trick quite nicely. Good. Okay, so the only downside is that I'm left with a whole bunch of old beds and stuff, which are going to get put into the storage zone. Which, now that I look at it, that should have an internal door. Yes, it should. So let's just dismantle this door. Let's get an internal door here. Kind of running the risk by doing this on the fly, but it's okay. And can we prioritize that? Thank you. And prioritize this one? Thank you. And then we'll replace this brick wall here so that this storage room is no longer externally accessible. The guys no longer have to come out through the road gate and then this solitary door to get out to the storage zone. So that should help speed things up a little bit. Good. Okay. So we've got a bunch of extra beds. We've got a bunch of extra beds laid up in here, like a very good amount of beds now, which can handle all of the new dudes that we have coming in, which means that we could consider extending this cell block by adding another one of those. And we've got all the beds and stuff that we need. So that'll sort of, help us to push towards that. It's not helping with our cell block C grant, which requires me to have 100 cell prisoner spots, because by stripping these cells out, yeah, well, we're kind of breaking that, aren't we? Which is a bit of a shame, but it's okay. It's okay. Good. I'm happy with that. I'll be happy when all of these objects get placed, and then we can let this door get closed. And I might even pop a door controller on that, actually. Yeah. Let's do that. So we're going to utilities, grab ourselves a servo that can go just there, and then that can get hooked up. Why is there a door servo in the middle of nowhere here? Okay, that's interesting. And then we can hook that up. Is that actually even connected? No, it's not. I must have just misclicked that somewhere. We can hook that bad boy up down like this. Ka-chonk. There we go. And then this door can be allowed to be closed. And the door servo will take care of that for us. We'll also remove that planning. There we go. Good. Oh, and some lights. We'll need some lights in here. We'll just dot those down like this. Over the chairs that are dotted about in here. Maybe one at the bottom as well. And should we pop in a radio or two? I feel like we should. We've got a whole bunch of them. So we'll just pop one, I guess, here and here. And then we need to replace the radiator, actually, while I think about it. The radiator that was in here has now been removed. So we'll pop one there, and it'll hopefully butt up against that bed. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. I'm hoping that that's the case. Because I kind of don't want that to just be sitting in the center of the room and looking awkward. But we'll see how it goes. Is it going to? No. It is going to sit in the center of the room and look awkward. How about if we then move that, we'll dismantle it, prioritize, and we'll pop one, I guess, kind of, let's see. One in here that'll go up against the wall, and then one down in this bottom corner that'll go up against the wall. And that'll hopefully provide enough juice to warm this entire area up. I think that should be good. So that one's going to already be connected via that pipe. This one should now be connected via this one. And then materials, let's give them some floor. Should we go with, we'll go with something nice. There we go. We'll go with a nice, lovely wooden floor. I keep meaning to do an experiment where I check to see if different materials have an effect on how easy it is to dig out of a place. But so far I haven't had a chance to look at that. But regardless of the fact, the holding cell doesn't seem to have any problems with tunneling. So I guess it should be fine? Question mark? We'll see. Okay, good. So that's taken care of. We can now house more and more minimum security prisoners, which is good because 17 per day are coming in, and only about 5 are getting paroled each day, at best. So it does give us a little bit of room to maneuver, as it were. But the next thing I'm going to need to consider is then probably tearing out this holding cell and expanding the canteen once more, so that it covers this entire area here. Yeah, but look, I think that that's going to be an episode in and of itself, redoing the canteen. I think this work that we've done here today is pretty good, and it should help us, have that headroom that we need to continue operating this prison without it bursting at the seams and turning into, a complete and utter nightmare. So anyway, friends, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you next time.